Welcome, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our 7 days of rest and renewal. I'm scrolling through to see all your beautiful faces again. You might take a moment to put your name and where you're coming in from in the chat so we can kind of see where we're spread across the world. And I so appreciate how many of you are putting your cameras on, because this really is about kind of connecting in to a purposeful community of people who are choosing to cultivate greater coherence in the heart of your life and through you into the world. And if you scroll through, it's like these are people who are saying, I'm choosing love, even when it's hard. I really want to do that. I really want to be a powerful presence on the planet, and I want to give my gifts, and I'm ready for that. If you scroll through, these are people who are choosing that right now. We're not alone anymore. The communities are growing so quickly. So welcome. Thank you for coming. My name is Teresa Collins, and I am part of the multi-organizational core team that is hosting this evolutionary space, where as organizations are discovering together how we can best serve all of our communities, many with overlap, by joining together. And one thing I'm really learning is that I only have to do the part that I'm uniquely designed to do. And then there's others who are uniquely designed to do something else. And it becomes effortless effort. And it becomes joyful to participate and give our gifts. So thank you for letting me do the part that I'm uniquely designed to do. So I'm just going to do a quick little review again of the intentions, because the more that we are clear about the intentions we set, the universe responds to passionate intent and unconflicted behavior. And we're not saying the things that we're saying about this journey of 2025 in the connection field as words. We're saying them as intentions, and we're willing to back them up even when we fail. We're ready to pick ourselves back up together to live a heart-centered life. So right now, we're in the connection field. Now, that is an online network space and playground, but it's also the space that's connecting us all right now. Like, we're here together right now, wherever we are. Our energies and our heart and our vibrations have an impact on each other in the field. And so I just want us to just take a minute as we gather ourselves together and really get the quality of the presence that each of us brings is the gift that we get to bring to this moment right now. And our collective presence creates an opportunity for something greater than the sum of its parts. And so we can maybe take a deep breath in and just breathe in the power of love, breathe in the breath of love. As we settle ourselves, feel the bottom of our feet. And then start to breathe out our appreciation for being able to be in community together, entering into 2025 mindfully and lovingly. So let's just keep breathing together. And in the connection field, as I said yesterday, we have 2 paths that you can take for the one mission. And that's to become an island of coherence and help each other make this shift from separation and fear to unity and love. It's a big deal. I failed last night with my brother. I'm really sad to say. I failed him. We were cooking together in the kitchen, and he drove me crazy. And I just had to keep going back to just center. So if we put this purpose first together, and that's what we're saying in the connection field, we're inviting a community of people to put this purpose first. And as we do that, we'll discover together what's required of us, because this is a big leap. So we're going to learn what that means together. And in 2025, we're saying, let's awaken our hearts, transform our lives. So we're living heart-centered lives. And through that, and through what we can accomplish together, inspire the world. And we're going to do that by cultivating heart-centered living together in community. So that's kind of the goal for this year in the connection field, that we offer resources and events and opportunities, questions, explorations for us to cultivate what heart-centered living means and do that in community together. And we're going to help HeartMath with its new initiative to help love go viral this year. Let's do that. So we have some things, and the place inside of the connection field, which I'm going to show us more later so that we know how to play in this space. But the cultivation of heart-centered living is going to be happening primarily in the cafe. And that's the place where you're going to be meeting the different members of the team over this week and some of the things that are being offered. And the other place where this is happening is in the imaginal cells chrysalis. And that's for people that are like, I'm ready and I'm doing this. And you want some deeper engagement and you want some mentorship. And you're going to hear a little bit about that at the end of the event. So here we are, day 2. Thank you for letting me set context, right? We need to be present with the energy of initiation that we're involved in. And today, day 2, we have Grace Lynn, she can wave, from Global Heart Team. She's right here. And we have Tami Briggs, who's offering our musical energy with her harp. And both of them you'll be able to find and connect with in the connection field. So we're going to begin with that. And today's theme and January's theme, every day this month, we're going to be focusing on choosing love. It's the foundation for living a heart-centered life. And it is a choice, and it is a day-to-day choice. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to go to gallery view so that before we dive in, I'm going to make sure we can see everybody. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I can feel the field that we are together, and it lifts me up. I feel more relaxed and more happy. And I'm going to, I'm going to unmute everyone just for a minute so that we can hear. Here we go. You can go ahead and unmute your line, and let's just take a moment to say hello. Let's hear our voices right now.
Hi, hi.
Hello, loves.
Hello.
Hello.
Love you. Bonjour.
Over Iceland.
Sending you love. Bonjour.
Hello.
Beautiful.
That was
Ciao.
Unique and fun.
That was good. All right, I'm muting everybody again, just so we can keep the line clear. And we also have Julie Kroll. We're going to hear from her later in the thing. We're going to have little opening with me in the beginning of these sessions every day, just so we can keep setting the context. This is what we're saying we're up to. We're going to have time with our host from the cafe, and today it's Grace, and we're going to have music every time. And then as we get towards the end of the session, I'm going to take us into the coherence. Take us in, to the Coherence Cafe. So you actually see it and you don't feel afraid to go in there, and you understand a little bit more how to play. So that's how we're going to be together today. And let's just take one more deep breath as Tami is going to start us off with some music. So this is when we get to take responsibility for the quality of our presence and see what we're going to bring into the field today. That's the gift we get to bring. So Tami, I'm going to spotlight your video and Mm. Thank you, Tami. Blessings to you. Always bringing your angelic music to the space. And, music really helps us to drop in, and music's a big part of what we bring into the connection field. And it does help us to relax and breathe and find our hearts. So thank you. Thank you for doing that. And I'm going to add Grace to our spotlight. Grace with the Global Heart Team. Grace, your enthusiasm about us choosing love just bubbles over into everything that you do. And Grace is in the cafe every week, and she's championing love, the global love wave, and she's got all sorts of fun things happening. So we're going to offer ourselves into your loving arms, Grace, to help us to just keep every day this week a different practice or a different focus that we can start to do to help us, especially when it's hard to choose love. So, yeah.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tami, for that beautiful angelic music. It just soothed my heart. I just want to say thank you to everyone who came here to be in this energetic field of love today, to made that choice today. Thank you for being here. And I also want to say a special shout out to all my Global Heart Team members. So this map back here is our global love wave. All year, the Global Heart Team meets in the connection field on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be right after this call. I'll jump off and get into the Global Heart Team call in the connection field. And we've been loving the world up. Every week at the Global Heart Team, we've been taking 3 to 4 countries and learning a little bit more about them, to feel more connected and to share our love with the countries. So you can see our map is almost done. We'll finish up in January. We have Central America and Mexico left, but it's about learning the global heart. And 10 years ago, I got the message, the download to start the Global Heart Team. 10 years, 2015. I had no clue. I was driving home from a friend's, the convent my best friend was in. She was a Catholic nun, Sister Marcia Jean. And also now to start the Global Heart Team. I pulled off of the highway to figure out what a Global Heart Team was. The only thing I got was cardiac surgeons around the world. I'm a physical therapist at the time. I didn't think that was my responsibility. So over the years, we've been discussing evolving. What is this Global Heart Team? So we started on Skype about 2018, a monthly meeting gathering. And then in 2020, when COVID happened, the connection field was started. And we started weekly. That week that we started, the connection field started. So we've been on weekly for over 4 years. And this will be our 5th year coming up. And this is our 10th year anniversary. So I just want to say thank you, all those who've been out there putting more love, sharing more love into this global love wave, because we know the only thing that can overcome the fear is a global love wave. And so remember back, I don't know how many old people are here. Remember in 2000, I don't know if January 1st, 2000, there's a lot of fear about Y2K, that can the computer programmers shift in time the computers so we don't go totally standstill. And there's a lot of fear, but there was people quietly programming, the computer programmers working on this problem with the computers that we never heard about. But I'm sure there was thousands and thousands of computer programmers working to try to figure this out so we would go successfully over into 2000 and not shut down the banks and everything, all the computers shut down. And I look at that challenge now. We're in that same challenge where what I look at the Global Heart Team and the Love Beacons. So Global Love Wave is fueled by love beacons. You can get on globallovewave.com and become a love beacon. And what are, as Teresa said, what our roles, like the programmers, the computer programmers, is we just fill the field with love, fill the field with kindness, with gratitude, with compassion. And like Teresa said, sometimes it's not easy, especially with our family and friends, but it's just doing the best we can to consciously feel the field. So I'd like to consider ourselves global heart programmers, that we're reprogramming our humanity from fear into love. So if you're on board, put a heart up, just, yeah, share the how that, oh, wouldn't we like to create a love-focused humanity? Yeah, yes, we would. And it's easy. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't, it's being conscious of where our heart is in the moment, in the present moment. So one of the tools, big shout out to Michelle Marie. She was my co-writer for Personal Heart Power, and she did a beautiful transformational breath of love yesterday to open our hearts and our own personal chakras to let us be a bigger beacon of love. So today, we're going to take those breaths of love. I call them the 5 breaths of love. And we all share love for ourselves, but then we give out love to others. So it'll be 5 breaths. And the first is I'll talk about, and then we'll actually go into it. The first breath is we always have to love and show ourselves compassion. In November, I was having a challenging time with some family members. And then I realized, oh, I not only have to give myself love, but I have to give myself compassion because I will be with these family members and it could get awkward. And so by me starting out giving myself love and compassion and then sending their heart love and compassion before we even physically met, it changed the energy dynamic of the event, of the Thanksgiving. And it actually was more wonderful than I could have imagined. And I think because I set the field with love and compassion from my heart and sent it to them before we physically met, then when we did meet, there wasn't this defensiveness and this judgment that could be vulnerable with each other. And so today I'm going to add the 5 breaths love. I'm adding compassion in, especially if you know you have a hard time with someone, family, friends, coworkers, neighbors. Giving yourself compassion as well as love is very important. So let's begin and just closing your eyes. And Tami's going to accompany me in this 5 breaths of love. So let's begin by closing your eyes. And as you take a nice deep breath into your heart, imagine that love and compassion filling every cell of your body, allowing to flow out of your heart into every cell. And as you slowly exhale, just letting that love flow to your family members and whoever you consider family, your birth family, your soul family, your pet family. And if you're having a hard time, give yourself love and compassion in this moment. And on the next breath, breathing that love and compassion into your heart. And as you slowly exhale, sending that love and compassion to your friends. Sending that love and compassion to friends around the world, heart to heart. Especially friends that might be going through a hard time right now, or a challenging time. And then on next breath, again, focusing on giving yourself love and compassion. You can even put your hands on your heart if that just makes you feel more connected to yourself. And as you slowly exhale, sending that love and compassion to your neighbors. And whoever you consider a neighbor in your neighborhood. You might expand your neighborhood out to include whoever you want. And on the next inhale, taking a nice deep breath of unconditional love and compassion for yourself, filling up your personal heart is an act of self-care. And on the next exhale, just sending it out to coworkers you work with, to co-creators or co-volunteers who you volunteer with in a certain group or organization. Imagine sending to everyone in the connection field. And sending to everyone here on this Zoom call now in this field. And as you breathe in, feeling the love coming from others in this Zoom call. And as you exhale, sending it out to people on the Zoom call. On the next inhale, breathing that unconditional loving energy into your heart and compassion. And as you exhale, sending that love out to 8 billion plus personal hearts out in the world. Unconditional love means everyone, no heart left behind. Even if it's challenging for you, give yourself all the compassion you need. But knowing that if we love all the personal hearts up, this creates a love-focused humanity. And as you continue to breathe, as you exhale, sending that love out to all living beings, to all the animals on Mother Earth. Especially the animals struggling. Sending love out to all in the plant kingdom, the trees, the flowers, the grasses. And then sending love out to Mother Earth with gratitude for all she gives us. And as we're in this global field of love, this global heart, as conscious programmers, sending love out into the heart, global heart, feeling grateful for everyone who feels called to this mission of sharing love with the world, thanking them with gratitude and appreciation. And let's imagine a world that has shifted into being love-focused humanity, a place where kindness and love, compassion, gratitude is experienced daily, and that we share it with others freely. So holding this vision of a love-focused humanity where all feel loved, seen, heard, and respected. And so it is. And when you're ready, let's go to gallery view. And I want everyone just to look in the eyes and hearts of everyone here and just share gratitude with your eyes and with your hand, just feeling grateful for everyone here. Thanking everyone. If you can be on gallery view, just thanking everyone for doing their part to create this love-focused reality. Thank you all for stepping up with your big personal hearts to make this happen. We can do it. We got this.
Let's send some love your way to Grace and Tami. Thank you so much. They have all these little cool things that you can do now down in the bottom where you have, it says react, there's a little heart, and there's ones that say an effect. And so you can make like little party hats or you can make love. It's a really fun way for us to like kind of feel the energy bubbling up of love there. Yeah, the little sparkly heart George has got. Yeah, beautiful. I love that yesterday we had the breath of love where we could just clear out just the different like energy centers of our body and how much more spaciousness inside there is to let more love in, right, which we need. And then today, the breath of love and I so appreciate the how much we have to bring in that love and compassion inside of ourselves in order to actually like choose love, especially when it's hard. And I had that opportunity last night with my brother, just drove me crazy cooking together for this wonderful event we were doing. And I just wanted it to be fun. And it just was hard. Every step, every interaction, every communication. And I just found myself, instead of engaging, when I noticed it just got crunchy, that I just got quiet and I just got present and I just radiated love to him. And I think that that's the best we can do, like take a moment to fill up and get out of the drama and then come into a place. And I know he knows I love him. And oh, even when it's hard, that's when we really get to choose it. And thank you, Grace. And I'm excited about the like every week. Now, are you going to start the map again after you?
Yes. So this week, but we decided this year we've done all the countries, but this year we're doing all Mother Earth, like all the animals, all the, climate, all the environment. So we're doing it more in the natural. So we're doing it this year. Once we finish the map, it'll be a brand new map, no more hearts on it. But as we explore the climate and the different parts of nature of each area, so it won't have the countries, it'll be more the exploration. So join us. You can come bring your experience with a certain area of the world, the natural part of it, and share your experience. That's what we'll be doing this year in the Global Heart Team.
I love that we get to do that. I was just going to go to the so you have 395.
Yes, love beacons. 3 people. Thank you for the 3 people who are here that joined up yesterday for the Global Love Wave. Thank you. We're almost at 400. We need 5 more people and we'll be at 400. So my goal is by end of this week to get 5 more people to be love beacon. And all you have to do is 2 minutes a day, the 5 breaths of love to be a global love beacon.
So there's a link in the chat right now. I think we should definitely go get 400 just from us today. Mm-hmm. And the 5 breaths of love, such a powerful piece. And before we move on, I want to just open up anybody that wants to share something around doing either of those practices yesterday and today, or something that where you did like I did, where it was hard and you chose love, just a simple way for us to connect. And then I want to talk with Julie Kroll a little bit around what we're doing in the connection field. I want to get you inside there a little bit so it's not a mystery. But I really, this 7 days, the most important thing that we wanted to do was, one, introduce you to members of the team who are here to serve, who are like giving their time and energy every day, every week to offer a space for you to come for free, to not be distracted, but to actually have a place that you can focus. And two, that we could start to say hi to each other, and we could start to see who is showing up and who is choosing this. And when you're in the connection field, hopefully you're seeing something like I can see Lynn, and I just love the way she smiles. So I might like go over to the connection field and like send her a little note and tell her how much I appreciated her smile today, right? We can actually start to create a space where we start to feel comfortable and we start to feel supported and seen. And then as we feel confident, we can start to reply to a post or engage in an event or do something where we really do start to join in. So if you want to share something, and Julie, if you want to do, you can certainly just put a little hand up or raise your hand. But I'm just really excited to see everybody and love a few voices. Again, I might call on Marcy just because I love seeing you, Marcy. Thanks for coming always. Like yesterday, George, somebody that I've been in learning communities for 30 years, like all of a sudden there's this beautiful face again. And Marcy, the same's been the case for you. Yeah.
All I can think of, excuse me, Teresa, thank you so much. And everyone, just, for me, it's just adding more love, connecting together, pulsing that out in whatever ways we can. And I'm just looking forward to doing more of that, because it is easy to get distracted. We all have lives. We're all busy in different ways. Things come up. But I want to make more of a concerted effort to do that. Thanks for calling on me.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcy. Marcy. Oh, wow. Anybody else like to share something? Love to just, yeah, George, please.
Yesterday reminded me of a story that came to light that I had written, and it's called Chasing Butterflies. Our essential self is one of the most wildly beautiful and mysterious creatures of flight. She soars through the illusions of time and spreads her golden wings from the depths of our desolation, knowing we are never broken in too many pieces for her to find each last one. One by one, she picks up each precious piece and tenderly kisses it awake from its dreams of night, washing it clean with tears of joy, and filling it so full of light that you can feel inside your darkest places shadow traces from once upon a time. And she breathes the breath of life from so very deep within. You can feel the brush of angel wings on invisible currents of wind, sailing through your heart and mind, for every shadow you thought you were was placed there as a sign, leading to where you never left, soaring through the illusions of time.
Beautiful. I miss your poetry. I love it. Please post your beautiful words in the connection fields.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. Julie.
Teresa, I think Andrea Farah had her hand up earlier.
Oh, great. And
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to share yesterday when I came into the call, I was bubbled up with criticism and doubt. It was heavy, the heavy feeling. And I was so amazed after the call. I called a friend and the vibration, the frequency, the joy, the love. It was so light. It's like everything went in the background. I could look at it. It was not inside of me. And I was amazed. So I just want to give gratitude for that. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Andre. Yeah, when we start to join together in heart-centered community, we're creating a field around us that as we enter into these first few days, and we are putting love into ourselves and we're posting into the field, we'll start to experience some magic. We'll start to experience the magic that is life when we're radiating love and when we're opening to it. Yeah, so Louise, beautiful. I'm going to ask you to unmute. There you go. Whoops. You got to unmute one more time. Yep. There you
Hello,
go.
that's it this time. Yes, hello. I'm from England and I live near Cambridge. And I signed up for this and I forgot about it last night and I could have just kicked myself. And then I remembered it tonight and I thought, oh, can I join it halfway through? Anyway, here I am. And already I just feel at home.
Oh,
I'm a heart math coach and have been for about 12 years. So, the heart is such an important thing for me. And I love this theme of choosing love. So beautiful. Thank you, everybody.
oh, welcome, Louise. So happy to have you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Beautiful. How about Karina? Sometimes I just get these feelings that somebody like really wants to share. And so I just go for it. I hope you don't mind.
Hi, I'm from Sweden, so that's why it's kind of dark because it's a cold, snowy, dark, and so on. But I must say I've had an exciting week because I woke up Christmas morning and I couldn't walk. I was in such pain and it just came. I was surprised so, and a bit afraid first. And so the first 3 days I was just in bed and I was about this love because I was meditating and my friends told me like call the doctor, call an ambulance, whatever. And I said, no, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to will do this myself. And when I was meditating, I got so I always say it's my angels, they talk to me and they talk about love. And I said, well, I am love, a lot of love. But then I got very clear that it goes one way for you. So you have to receive, you have to be open to receive love. That made so much sense for me. And so I have been doing, when I could get out of bed, some Qigong. I've been meditating, and friends called me and said, are you all alone on Christmas? And I said, no, I'm not alone. I'm by myself, but I'm not alone. I have a wonderful time and I'm healing and it's an exciting and so on. And now today I said to another friend that I'm going to talk with the world today. So I'm not alone. I'm talking with the world, everyone here. So it's so wonderful. And I can feel that I got healing now too when Grace was doing the meditation. So thank you for letting me be with you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Julie, isn't this amazing?
This is so exciting. It is so lovely. You know what I love the most? And thank you, Grace. That was beautiful. Tami, that was beautiful. And everyone's comments. But Teresa, just to like feel the presence of the world here right now, just like Karina saying she's talking to the world. We are hearing, Sweden and London, and that we're from all over, and that map is so alive that's behind Grace. And this is exciting. The other thing I heard, Grace, when you were doing the meditation and asked us to go to the natural world. You switched to plant life, and immediately I saw the mycelial network. And it was like, we have to really begin there and consciously choose to nurture the mycelium, because we are that. And as we nurture that we are, we're really building and strengthening and loving it into its highest expression on this planet. So I'm just thrilled. This, like, look at the mycelial network right here that circles the globe right now.
Yeah, I love that we're a global community.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take us into the connection field, but before I do that, Julie, I want to talk a little bit about the Imaginal Souls Chrysalis, and I just want to say something about what we're offering in the connection field, and you'll see it when I'm sharing my screen. The free membership in the connection fields is full. It's like we're really committed to becoming an island of coherence and helping love go viral and providing resources for people that are like choosing love. Like, it's not, I mean, look at me last night with my brother. It's not always easy. And we're faced with so much in the world. That was simple with my brother. What about the challenges that are happening out in the world that keep pulling us away from trusting this energy that's rising up inside? So we need these places to practice. And so we created for a whole year, and everybody that's in the connection field right now is one of our founding members. And that's an important thing, like really just showing up and saying, okay, let's see what happens when a field grows. And we added this time another layer of membership. And it requires that you have a financial exchange in order to be in that membership area, because it's actually around deeper commitments of like showing up and doing the practices or answering the questions or engaging in the community. And it's part of having the kind of mentorship like somebody like Julie Kroll and the colleagues that she's been interviewing for years and years and years coming to support us to actually do that. So there is an opportunity to go deep and to make an exchange of energy. That makes it possible. Like, exchange of energy makes things available. It's like this very interesting thing. And we have to start looking at, where are we putting energy, love energy, money energy? Where are we putting it? And choose places. And if this is one place for you, great. And if it's somewhere else, great. But we need to start choosing where we put the money energy that we have flowing through our lives to the things that are going to empower us to wake up and to really be able to choose love over and over and over again, even when it's hard. So Julie's been working on something for a really long time. It's there available for us. And she's going to be our main guide in the chrysalis, but she's going to bring in a wealth of people and energy and things. And you could be in both. You can be in the cafe, which I'm going to show you, which is super exciting. You can be in the membership. But I just wanted to make that known. We have two paths, right? You can come in and play and experience all the gifts that we're giving in the connection field and never pay a dime. But hopefully you'll pay with your presence. Hopefully you'll contribute and you'll reply to somebody, you'll connect with someone, you'll do something to build the field up. And then if you want to go into a deeper membership, mentorship, starting now in January and going through that, then you have the option to do that. So I just wanted to say, Julie, thank you for all the work that you've done to provide another layer where those of us that are ready, maybe we have offerings that we want to do, maybe we're already doing collaborations, maybe we just know that we're better when we have a commitment, whatever it is. Thank you for providing that space. And if you want to say something about that,
thanks, Teresa.
take it.
You know, I'm just thinking about our experience in 2024 was very profound around the world, looking at systems and structures breaking down, looking at the political landscape, watching different factions of separation consciousness organize and move, and just like feeling that love behind Grace, it's time to help love organize. As we're focusing on choosing love in 2025, we have an opportunity to be co-creators. And this is what we're calling this next level that's inside the connection field. The Imaginal Souls Chrysalis is for co-creators of the unitive age, where we're helping love organize. It's organizing us, and we become instruments of peace and love around the planet to really ripple love around and reorganize into our next highest expression of humanity. So we're here. It's time. We're moving from this personal transformation and awakening into our collective evolution and making a global impact in 2025. And I'm excited. I'm like, I can feel it. I can feel it every time I wake up, every time I leave the house. I'm feeling some really deep transformative energies that are supporting us, guiding us, being very, very present. And we're here to organize that. So yeah, thanks for introducing that, Teresa. It's time on the planet. And we've all been doing our work for decades, right? And now it's like just listening. I love Grace's phrase of what'd you say? The global heart programmers. It's like, yeah, we're here to reprogram the planet and as co-creators for this new era. So, yeah.
And it only takes small islands of coherence. That was the key, right? It wasn't like we need to have like critical mass of people. We actually don't, because when a system is chaotic, which our system is, when it's far from equilibrium, those are the moments when the quantum leaps on this existence of ours has occurred. And it only can happen when things destabilize. Otherwise, they're too rigid. So we're in a moment where infinite potential is possible, and small islands of coherence are a key. So,
yeah. And so, like, right there is the science of it, right? Like, we have this beautiful spiritual wisdom, and the wisdom traditions of the ages are now converging with the science that's showing us how heart math is one of them. Thanks for being a heart math facilitator. Like, we're here to bring science and spiritual wisdom together and really accelerate now, because there's no more separation. We're here, we're ready, and we're building those islands.
yeah.
Definitely.
All right, I'm going to take you inside the connection field, because sometimes, especially if you're new, it's just like, well, what do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna every day, just for like 5 minutes, just make it super easy and show you some really fun things that you can do in there. And if you're not a person that wants to be on a social scroll, then you can just attend the events, and it's just everything's there. It's easy to find. But if you are somebody that sometimes goes and scrolls, I really recommend this to be the place where you spend your scroll time, because it's all connected and reinforcing this mission that we have together. So here we go. I'm just going to share a little screen. I feel so happy. Seriously, I just feel like, oh gosh, we really can do this. We really can come together and start to support each other, to like, in the moments when it's hard, I can just tap into the field and I can breathe for a minute and call on the collective, and I can get myself through whatever it is. So just a quick little sense, when you're in here and you're a public member, like you just joined, you have these little spaces that are public spaces, and you have a global feed, and you have an events, and those are spaces that you can just go to. Like, the global feed is just everything. And I like the global feed sometimes because that's where I see new people putting their little intros. So I get to learn something about Amelie, who's going to be one of our people. And you see everything that's happening everywhere, right? But the public spaces are where we're inviting you to come and play. And if you want to learn about where things are, you can go to the Welcome Center and you can get some support, and you can kind of see how to get started. And there's this lovely little checklist, which this is my test account, so I haven't done But if you just do those couple of things, you won't get too many notifications. You'll be able to match with other people because you've written something. So just take a few minutes just to do those simple little things and bring your presence in. The place that we as a collective set of organizations, HeartMath, Global Heart Team, Love Voice Rising, all of the organizations are coming together. We're curating content in the cafe. That's the place where you're going to find the events that we've been talking about. That's where all of the posts are going to be inviting us to be choosing love. And you can see there's one here, fill in the blank. 2025 is the year I. This is a moment to like set an intention, not something that you're just going to say with words and not back up, but what do you actually want to claim right now in community to say, in 2025, I allow my heart to be so open, nothing is excluded. I bring peace and joy wherever I go. I love that, Kat. So we start to learn about each other. If you love what she did, you can reply to her and you can give her a little heart, or you can say, I love this, right? Me too. Right? And we can start to just build a little energy together. So the cafe is the place where you'll find the replays for what we just did today. Check it out. There it is. You can watch it right there. So the replays are there. If you want to send a little love to Michelle or to Tatiana, you can look up their little profile and you can say, I loved that yesterday. Thank you so much. And then they can feel appreciated. You can see there's the simple little tools that we can use. We have, well, love is a choice, not a feeling. That's really for sure it. There's one of these. I could send everybody a link right now. You go in and it says, let's start with an honest assessment. How often do you choose to respond with love in your day-to-day interactions? And when you fill it out, then it will tell you, I'm going to do, because I was such a not a good girl yesterday with my brother, I'm going to say 50%. And so then it tells me the average. So let's be honest right now, like how much are we doing? And maybe the next question might be looking at what our community average was. How often do you choose it when it's hard? Like, let's really be clear with ourselves. We don't have to like say, oh, I'm already there. In fact, we wouldn't be here if we already were. So we can use these tools just to help us self-reflect. There's articles every time we have a new theme. Every month there'll be an article about that theme. There'll be some ways to engage. There's gonna be a song of the week. There'll be featured members. There'll just be things that you might want to come and check out. So that's the cafe. And you will see the events like with, here's the Global Heart Team Love Bubble Hour. And here's the 7 days, here's all of the things. So Michelle's Monday event. So this is all curated content by partner organizations, and it's happening every single week. So there's always some place that you can connect with other people. And we're going to be adding, starting really soon, the full moon meditations with HeartMath and the global app. The global coherence pulse, obviously. So we have the full moon, the pulse, and then we're going to have a healing circle, and that'll be on the new moon so that we can come together and just do, like Grace was saying, like, let's get some healing for each other. So there's lots of opportunities for us to engage, and that's in the cafe. And then you have a community feed, and this is where you can post anything that you'd like. Our partners are posting. You'll see Unify is in there, and All Things Connected, and Imaginal Souls. So these are our community contributing and our partners contributing. So this is a fun scroll. I like scrolling here because I stopped scrolling on Facebook because every two things were ads for, you know, cream to make my skin look better because I'm in my 60s, or, you know, things like that to buy. And here it's really just how can we begin to inspire ourselves and each other to anchor this new story, anchor this new worldview. So that's the feed, and you can do anything. And then I've always wanted like one calendar with all of the different organizations I love, Unify and Good of the Whole and Go, there I go look in my email and I have to find the link for it. So we're inviting all of our partners to post their events here, so that if you're looking to do something, you might come here first and see if there's something here that would support you. Those are just the public spaces that we've made available for free for everybody. Invite your friends to come. This is a good place to scroll, and it's a great community to connect with. And if you feel inspired by something, you can always leave a tip. Like you could say, I'm going to leave a tip for Michelle. I've been doing her thing for a month now, and I just love her, and I just want her to know that I do that. So there's a way to do that. And if you want to learn about the imaginal souls, there's a little link to do that. That's all the things that you have available to you. And then there's the islands, which we're going to talk about another day, because I don't want to go too far. But boy, wasn't that kind of easy? Not too hard. And when you're in the feed, you just click create, and you can do a post, an article, a question, or you can invite somebody to join, right? Super, super simple and fun to use. And if you want to comment on something, you just put your little cursor right there and you make a comment. All right. And so one more thing I'm going to invite is, this is the members. Look how fun this is. Like all these little things. And if I clicked on it, now I don't have my member profile filled out, but if I did and I clicked on Julie, it would tell me the things that Julie and I have in common. And I would see that we have some things in common, which we really do. Julie and I have things in common. I can go view her profile. I can see, oh my gosh, she's got badges. She's got all these things she's doing, and I can chat with her. I can just go like this and say, love you, Julie. You might have gotten some chats from me as you entered into the connection field from the Global Coherence Pulse. That's been me saying, I love you, welcome, all of that. So doesn't this look like fun? It's a fun place to play. We can make it beautiful. We can get the kind of resources we need, and we can start, like, maybe today, if there was somebody who inspired you on the call, look at their name, maybe pick a couple and go say hi to them and say, I saw you on the call today, and I'm really happy that we're in the community together, or something, right? Super easy things to do. So I hope that made you feel a little easier of going in and playing. You might have it on your phone. I like it on the web for me because I like it bigger, but you can also do it on your phone. And it's a fun place to hang out. And it's a fun place to be on purpose. I always say purposeful social connecting is what we're doing. And we're a learning community. We don't have the answers of how you create a heart-centered life and make the shift from fear to love. We don't have the answers, but we are committed to being on the journey of embodying whatever that means. And that means we got to go in and we have to take time to connect with our hearts. And we need to slow down enough these first 7 days, and slow down enough that we breathe before we react, that we actually feel the bottom of our feet before we launch with our mind into saying whatever it is that we're going to say, that we really stay attuned to that this is a moment-to-moment choice of us creating a future equal to our potential, and now is the time. So I'm going to have Tami play a little music, but I also just want to say, if you want to stay on afterwards, I want to, we have an hour, and I want to make sure that we take that hour. I'll call on you, Grace. I want to make sure that we close relatively on time. And then if we want to stay on afterwards and have a little bit more time to share, we'll be there. So Grace, go ahead before Tami.
I just wanted to say, for everybody left, a big shout out. Thank you. 9 people signed up. So we're now at 404. So thank you all who had the courage to stand in love, to do just 5 breaths of love. It takes 2 minutes a day to feed the field with more love. Thank you all for having the courage to stand in love. Changing it out.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, Tami.
I want to finish with a song called Dona Nobis Pacem, which means let there be peace. And this feels like a nice encircling of what we've done today. And as Teresa was just saying, these are the 7 days of rest. What comes to me is the harp is all about rest. So I hope that in this last song, it brings you to peace and love in your heart. And that's what you will radiate out as we close this beautiful international circle. Dona nobis pacem.
Thank you, Tami. Thank you, Grace. I'm so glad 404. That's a great number. I tell you, we're going to get to 500 in February. No problem and beyond. And Julie, are you joining us tomorrow? Let's see. Oh, Connie J, who many of us have been missing because Connie J was really holding the fort of the community for most of the year. And then she went off to empower some of her own projects, and she'll be back tomorrow. And she's a wonderful meditation teacher. And I figure these first couple of days we're kind of just coming in slow, right? Just a little bit of practice, a little something easy that I can do. And then as we start to move towards the 7 days, I have a feeling we'll start to pick up a little momentum and start to feel that kind of bubbling up of joy that comes when we feel ourselves overflowing with love. I feel it every time. I'm in it right now. I'm so happy to be here with everybody. I wanted to read something and then I want to open the line. This was from a post that one of our, we call them star contributors, Lauren, posted in the connection field. And I'm going to put a link to that post for you so that you can read it. But I think it's a powerful one that it starts to ask some of the questions we need to ask. If we move through this year together with question-led inquiry, meaning we ask the questions we need to ask to get us somewhere other than where we are now, because the leap is something we can't yet define, but we can feel inside of us. So the questions help to kind of like guide us in the process. So here's what was in this. It said, love isn't something we fall in or out of, but something we remember we're part of, much like we're part of nature. Remembering how to love one another and our planet again is what we're all tasked with. Losing sight of that love might just be the only crisis there is. So what would happen if we viewed every obstacle in our life as an invitation to love more? And when we fail, can we show ourselves love anyway? When we come into conflict with someone, can we practice loving them still? And when I say love, I mean the healthiest expression of it. Love that demands accountability and offers room for redemption, that puts the good of the whole over the few and makes us strive to do and be better than we ever thought ourselves capable of. I really felt inspired by that. It's really what we're choosing here. So I'll put a link in the chat to that if you want to read that article. And I'm going to keep the line open for another 10 minutes or so. Opening the line again if anybody wants to share anything, thanking Grace or Tami, asking questions about the connection field. I saw somebody here saying, that looks more fun than LinkedIn and Facebook. I'm going to try that. It is way more fun. So if you'd like to share something, you can raise your hand. I'll make sure that you can unmute your mic. But I always love to hear from others. Oh, Love Bubble Hour. Is it happening right now?
It is happening right now. I'm not there, but I'm going to jump off pretty soon to go over there. So it's in the connection field Zoom number. So it's once you join the connection field, you'll get the Zoom number to be in the connection field.
I'm going to just put that link in the chat right now. And anybody that wants to go, let's do that. So let's grab that link. I'm going to go find it here. Going to the cafe, and I'm going to the Love Bubble Hour, and I'm grabbing that Zoom link right now. All right, here we go.
I will see you all over there.
Thanks. All right, everybody, have a beautiful day and come tomorrow. Kadi J and my friend Manoj is the musician. He's a Bonzeri flute player and super, super cute and sweet. So come and join us tomorrow for another 7 days. Here's the link to the Love Bubble Hour. And here is a link to that beautiful article from what I read today. Here we go. So if you want to jump over to the Love Bubble Hour, go for it. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow. Love you.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, know the recordings every day get posted in the connection field. So give me about an hour and then it's there for anybody that needs it. Bye-bye.